Hello and welcome back to Suspended Fanimation. I'm your host, Dennis Bithoulkas, and it's time for another edition of Is It Worth My Time? And this time around, it's the Netflix movie, well, Anthony Mackie movie, I should say, Outside the Wire. Welcome, everybody. Let me take care of some business first, and we'll get down to it. If you like what you see here, like, share, and subscribe. If you're still on the fence about subscribing, you're going to see a video pop up at the very end here. And basically what YouTube does, takes the algorithm of all the stuff you've been watching and tries to match it as best as possible to one of the videos in my vast video library and pops it up there just for you. And if you like what you see there, hit that subscribe button down below. Also, if you want to know when I'm going to be on live again next, you get the bell down below. It's a 50-50 chance of YouTube actually notifying you. Best thing to do is go to suspendedfanimation.com. Take a look at the schedule I have up there. I change it out every week. Also, I have all the links to my social media. So Twitter, Instagram, Patreon. No tiers here on the Patreon. Waiting until I hit 1,000 subscribers, and I'm getting close. And once I hit 1,000 subscribers, basically when I take money from you, I'm going to give you guys stuff in return. So, it'll be like it'll be a tier system. You'll see it. Also, I have the links to this Facebook page, this YouTube page, my Facebook page, and a Facebook group page for those of you who still have Facebook, where you guys can post stuff and chat amongst yourselves. All right. So, as I said in the video description of this video, it's going to be a non-spoiler version first, and then I'll go into the spoiler version. You'll know because I'll hold up a spoiler sign and all that kind of stuff. So what is this movie about in a nutshell? It takes place in the future, 2036. There's a civil war going on in Eastern Europe, specifically the Ukraine. And that's where the UN is, and also the US as well. And they've also authorized use of robots. And so there's a UAV pilot who gets basically dressed down for what happened, what he did, and ends up getting sent to the front line, is what it is. And he needs to go on a mission in order to kind of redeem himself. Basically, he's there to see the carnage that he only sees from the sky, from the drone. Basically, he's in Nevada, and all this stuff is happening in the Ukraine. So that is kind of showing him what he did. So that's the nutshell of it. Anthony Mackie is his commanding officer out in the field there, and this guy is with him on this mission that they're trying to stop I guess you could say a warlord from doing some bad stuff. So that's what this is all about. Take it easy on who? On Anthony Mackie? Yeah, I'm gonna be okay to him. Is it worth my time? Yeah, you know what? It wasn't a bad movie. It was a little bit long. It could have used a little bit of editing and a little bit of story tightening. There's also some how should I say, there's missed opportunity in this. It's a sci-fi story. I'm not going to give you the big reveal of stuff. I will do that in the spoilers, but I'm not going to do it in the non-spoiler version here. There was a pretty big missed opportunity in this, and they kind of more or less played it as an action movie instead of sci-fi. They could have gone a really good sci-fi route, and they didn't. They missed it completely and opted instead to go for the action portion of it. And yeah, it was kind of like the end of it. You're just like looking at them going, really? That's how you're going to end it? I mean, it ended fine, but the thing is, at the same time, there were so many missed opportunities in this that, yeah, I was disappointed in the ending. But it was a Netflix movie, so you could put it on and kind of forget about it. Is what it is. It's a popcorn movie, and it's perfectly acceptable as that. It's a perfectly acceptable popcorn movie. It had its moments. It has some good special effects to it, but again, it misses. Have you seen Arc on Netflix? No, I have not. So yeah, it just doesn't. And let me get to it, now is what I'll say. So that's the non-spoiler version. Is it worth my time? Yes, it's worth your time. Like I said, like a popcorn movie more than anything else. Yeah. So, spoiler alert, I am going to spoil the movie. If you have not seen the movie, step away, go and do something else. Come on back, go and watch the movie. Come on back. This will be a video. You can comment down below in the comment section. All right. All right. I don't say I didn't warn you. Going once, going twice, going 3 times. So I see Bobby and Cindy and sorry, Romper Room for those of you at home that are playing along. So Anthony Mackie's a robot is what this is all about. And I mean, they reveal it early on. The thing that kind of got me is okay, well, he's a United States property, military property, and yet they give him the rank of captain. And I'm thinking to myself, you know, and again, this is only in 2036. So we're talking, 15 years from now is what we're talking. I really don't think that the US would actually give um, would bestow sentience, as a legal right or something like that, which is what you're doing when you're giving them a captain rank to a piece of hardware that they've built. It would not be done. They would not leave them autonomous like they have. There's just a whole bunch of issues with that portion right there that I was just like, yeah, this is bullshit. And considering he's supposed to be 5 years old, so really it's 10 years from now that he comes about, which means that the Gumps, the dumber versions, I guess you can say, of the robots, which are kind of like the DARPA biped guys, but on steroids, came before him. So you figure it's 5 years in the future, really, where we're going to get the Gumps at this point. I just couldn't disconnect myself from that. It just wasn't working. So the rest of the logic of the movie falls out of place with that. Just in that alone, if you sit there and think about it from the sci-fi aspect of it. Also, having him or it, I guess you could say, its mission is to take control of the nukes that the Ukrainian warlord wants, and he wants to send them off and hit U.S. sites, of course. The rebels, or the revolution, if you will, they also want to have control of these nukes because they want to say, hey, we've got nukes now. We're a power. Fear us. Leave us the fuck alone, kind of thing. Excuse me. Wow. I didn't mean to do that on the air, but I had no other way of doing that out. And I'm not going to go back and edit it. I'm sorry. Oof. So the other thing is the Russians also want control of those nuke sites because it's their nukes. It's 1/3 of their nuclear arsenal is sitting there in the Ukraine. So, what he wants to do, what it wants to do, Anthony Mackie's character, who of course is Leo, is his name, wants to set off at least one. Well, he's going to go with 4 nukes. He's basically going to destroy 4 U.S. cities, killing millions, to essentially show the U.S. that their AI program doesn't work, that it's going rogue, so it shuts it down because he's tired of all the war. And he goes, it's the only way they're going to learn not to put robots, out as war machines because it's just going to get worse. I agree with that, but you don't hit that point until the very end. And then it's like for maybe a 30-second piece that you have to wrap your head around. And it's like, well, that doesn't make any sense. It does make sense, but at the same time, you're not basing your movie off of that. So that would have been better to bring it in way early on and then have the ramifications of that. But yeah. So if you look at it as a straight action movie, like I've said, yes, it's worth your time. It's a straight action movie. It's great. It throws that little sci-fi element into it that raises way too many fucking questions and it could have been a smarter movie, a smarter sci-fi movie, and I would even argue it would have been a classic sci-fi movie if they had delved into those issues, if you will. But they didn't. They dumbed it down and just went with the shoot 'em up, bad guy, all that kind of stuff. So, like I said, popcorn movie. It's something to watch, while you're sequestering at home. So yeah. Applecrow says if growing up watching 80s movies taught me anything is that tech is further off than 5 or 10 years unless it's used to distract people like porn or social media. Exactly. I agree with you, Applecrow. Yeah. And yeah, and also I think, those if they were doing bipedal robots like that, sure the military would have some, but also the sex industry would have them as, sex bots at the same time. So there you have it. Um, Anthony Mackie does fine in this. Again, he is not a leading man, and he is not leading in this. The character Harp, who is your UAV pilot, who's getting punished for killing people, so he kills two Marines by unleashing Hellfire. It's a missile onto these Ukrainian terrorists and destroys the building and kills these two guys that are already pinned down and are just being bait, is what they are, and essentially saves 38 other soldiers' lives. But because he killed them, and of course, he disobeyed a direct order too. Instead of being court-martialed, he is sent to the front in order to see his work up, close and personal. Yeah. Penn says I liked Humans. I couldn't get through the first season of Humans. I really couldn't. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I know what you mean, Joe. I saw a good majority of the first season of Humans, and I kept falling asleep during it. For some reason, there was something about it that just was boring the shit out of me. It really was. Yeah. Mhm. I don't know why. It just was bad for me on that one. Sorry, I was looking at Pepper. She's sitting on a pile of blankets at the moment, so it was just kind of funny, just the way she was sitting. Anyway, I digress. Yeah, there was a smarter movie that was in here that I'm pretty sure that Netflix was like, nope, just give us the action movie. We don't want anybody thinking at this point. Just action movie. Don't do any sci-fi that's going to make people think. So yeah, yeah. With that said, what else I got going on this week? Tomorrow is going to be the season finale. That's right, the season finale of The Expanse. And it might already be up. I don't know yet. I haven't checked. Thursday is going to be Resident Alien, second episode of Resident Alien on Sci-Fi. Friday is going to be WandaVision, the fifth episode of WandaVision. Saturday is going to be Saturday Morning Blast Off, where I take the genre news of the week and any genre stuff you guys want to talk about, and we talk about it. Sunday and Monday, I'm going to be off, and then we'll see on Tuesday if I'm going to do another Is It Worth My Time and wrap it around with that. So, Applecrow says it's science fiction Netflix since 2009. Sci-fi has been for jocks, though. Yeah, I can agree with you on that, Applecrow. They've really kind of dumbed it down quite a bit, and I'm just not digging that. I really don't. I mean, but then again, I'm a nerd, so as you can tell from the shit around me that I have here, and I'm gonna pan down just a little bit because this shirt is really fucking cool. Um, yeah, it's kind of hard to see. Let me just stand up just a little bit so I don't fall over. The Nowhere Tour is what this is. So what this is actually Amazon did a little subscription. It's like a Marvel T-shirt subscription. It's $20 a month, and this was one of them that showed up, and I was like, "That's fucking cool." The only thing is, it's kind of rubber or latexy kind of iron-on shit. So if you throw it in the dryer, it sticks together, and yeah, I was kind of pissed about that. Yeah. Uh, Tony Hernandez, who are you saying fuck you to? You saying that to me, or what's that about? Because I don't know what the context is. Applecrow says T-shirt subs always remind me of Venture Brothers. Yeah, the whole Venture Brothers T-shirt thing was actually kind of cool. Yeah, see, Joker, Black Mirror. I don't know. Black Mirror is just too mean. It really is. I hate to say it. It's like I can't get into that one either for some reason. I love me Twilight Zone stuff and all that stuff, but for some reason, Black Mirror is just like way over the top kind of thing. And yeah, I couldn't get into it. I really couldn't. I still haven't watched the what is the Bandersnatch or the Choose Your Own Adventure one. I still haven't watched that one. Just because I don't know what it is. It's something about Black Mirror that just disturbs me. And I know that's what the whole point of Black Mirror is, but it's very disturbing. I don't know what it is, and it's not sci-fi-ish to me. It's just more like, hey, look what we can do to, you know, it's more like torture porn for me, is what that is. It's like torture sci-fi. Yeah, I get it. A lot of people love it and stuff like that. It's just I can't get into it myself. So Tony Hernandez. So what's going on there? Yeah, I don't know what the fuck he was about, and then they disappeared. Okay. All righty then. So I'm gonna let you guys go for the night. I want to thank everybody who joined me tonight in the chat. Thank you if you made it this far in the video. Also, if you want to know when I'll be on live again next, hit that bell down below. It's a 50-50 chance of YouTube actually notifying you. Best thing to do is go to suspendedfanimation.com, where I've got the schedule up for the week, and also all the links to my social media and all my pages are up there as well. Joe Greer says, but the writers wanted to wait due to the pandemic for the return. Okay. Yeah. I don't blame them. I mean, a lot of people are filming stuff right now, and there's COVID outbreaks that are happening on sets and stuff like that. And I keep hearing snippets of information here and there from people that work in the industry, and then others and all that stuff. And yeah, it's just an ugly time. It really is an ugly time at this point. Yeah. They wanted to wait for the pandemic to subside due to the heavy subject matter. Yeah, because we're already living in a Black Mirror episode. Is that what it is? Yeah, I get you. All right. All right, everybody. I will see you tomorrow for the Expanse season finale. So until then, don't let the door hit your ass on the way out. Otherwise, you may wind up in a sci-fi movie that's really not a sci-fi movie. It's more of an action movie with a sci-fi bent to it, but could have been a lot better. Yeah, you know what I mean. Anyway, stay safe, be well, take care, and remember to wear those masks and get your vaccine shot too. Thanks, everybody. I will see you tomorrow. Until then, take care. Good night.